Another Donald Trump-aligned lawyer is facing a massive defeat in court based on the lies that they told for Trump during the last election and after it. I'm talking about Ken Paxton. He's a lawyer in Texas, but he's also the attorney general of that state, basically the top lawyer of that state. And after the election, he led a bunch of other conservative attorneys general from all over the country to join with Trump and somehow challenge the result, bringing cases to circuit courts and Supreme Courts, all based on lies and misinformation and disinformation and delusions and fantasies. And now, lawyers in the state of Texas, some lawyers in that state, are pushing to have him disbarred to basically take away his right to be a lawyer based on these lies, that he was so cynical and he was so corrosive to democracy and the legal profession that he shouldn't be allowed to call himself a lawyer anymore. And basically, what he's doing in a desperate attempt to save himself is severely scale back his defense of Donald Trump. Sort of like what you saw with Sidney Powell and other lawyers that did all of this work for Donald Trump, either paid directly by Trump or filed cases on Trump's behalf. You know, maybe they were acting independently, but they were sort of part of the Trump legal ecosystem, trying to overturn results on the local or state or national level. You know, they're saying, actually, I never claimed 100% that I had proof of fraud or I had proof that the election was 100% rigged or whatever, but, you know, I do see some irregularities. I see these sorts of things. And so what they're trying to say now is, you can't disbar me, you can't sanction me, you can't punish me, you can't charge me, because actually I never said that the election was 100% taken, or if I did so based on faulty information. And so Paxton is doing like a lighter version of what Sidney Powell did last week, the week before, which is essentially to say that I only did this because Donald Trump said so, and I was just going off that info. And I was also just sort of looking for the truth, trying to root out these irregularities. And you can see what's happening here. All of these lawyers were very comfortable lying for Donald Trump. Very, very, very comfortable doing it. But when it comes to their own careers and they're facing sanctions and charges and disbarments and fines, then they scale it back. Right? They 100% scale it back. And so this is a good summation of Paxton's approach. It says, Paxton indirectly admits that he has no real evidence of fraud and apparently hoped to develop the evidence during discovery. In other words, his entire case can be interpreted as a fishing expedition or just an attempt to rile up the Trump base with unsupported allegation. That's in contrast to his behavior for the month after filing the lawsuit, Cohen said, when he repeatedly claimed the election was stolen and urged people to take action. So you can see Paxton is the poster boy for these crazy lawyers who, when they were riled up with and by Trump and they were riling up the Trump base, said the election was 100% off base. And now that they're getting sued and they're getting disbarred and they're getting sanctioned, they say, oh, we were just looking for irregularities. The only wrinkle here is that Paxton needs Trump. He needs him because he is an elected official and he got the Trump endorsement over a member of the Bush family for the next race of attorney general in Texas later on in the year, likely in part because he spearheaded the Trump lie fest in Texas, but he may lose his law license over it. Don't defend any of these lawyers. They lied for Trump and they are a disgrace to their profession. Now when their asses are on the line, they're scaling back.